Chrissie Swan Show.
Hello, here we are, pinch and a punch for the first of the month, Jack.
I know, right? Are you allowed to say that after midday or is it only before?
Oh, God. Are they the same rules for pinch and a punch as are on April Fool's Day?
I believe so. I could be wrong, though, but I think so.
Listen,
but I'll take it anyway.
I cannot commit to never saying pinch and a punch to the first of the month, but I can commit on this show, as long as you will know me,
Yeah.
and for as long as you're listening, wherever you are, I will never do an April Fool's anything.
I love you for that.
I couldn't live with myself. I remember I tricked someone once because I thought that's what you did if you were a human being. I felt so guilty. I never did it again, and that would have been from the age of about 6.
I'm glad that that's been ingrained in you so young because it's a rarity in Radio Swan to not be doing stitch-ups and pranks.
Tricking is not for me, but what is for me is this show. We are going to get you through to 4 p.m. wherever you are in this beautiful country. So much to discuss. Back to school. We're going to be talking about how that's going next.
My favourite segment on this show, Sweeping Statements Return Swan.
I've got a cracker that I came up with on the holidays.
Oh, great. I've got all I did on the holidays was writing my notes, sweeping statements. I'm filled with them.
You cranky bastard.
The Chrissie Swan Show.
Now, this is a big week for most people. This week and next week, school is back. And, I've been doing school for, how old's Leo? 15, so 10 years. Every single year at this time, I am surprised at what a massive trauma it is.
And it's such a build-up, isn't it? Like that final fortnight before you go back, the anxiety just starts brewing.
Well, I had forgotten. I've forgotten it for me personally because it was so long ago. And I forget for my kids. I just think, oh, well, you've had your first day of school a few years ago. At some point, you're going to get used to it. Newsflash, they don't. So all 3 of mine are back at school today for the first time since December 4.
Wow.
Right? So I think what happens is kids get used to not being at school and being around their family all the time, and it's really lovely. And then all of a sudden they're in weird shoes and they've got a backpack on and they have to be somebody different. And I get it. I'm starting to understand. My kids have different ways of coping with stuff, and one of them on the way to school this morning was just breathing in through the nose and out the mouth and through the nose and out the mouth, and I'm just driving them to school going, oh my God, I feel so guilty for even giving birth to you.
I was going to say.
What was I thinking?
You forced all 3 of them through this life.
That's right.
It's on you.
It is on me. A decision that I made means
selfish.
That one of them can only cope by deep breathing and focusing. It's like, what was I thinking? I'm the most awful person. And then another one just went silent.
Right.
Completely silent, trying to cope with what was about to happen.
I think I'd rather the breathing because at least they're trying to help themselves. Just being silent's scary.
I mean, the whole concept is being a parent is the most terrifying adventure you'll ever be on because you're responsible for life. You give it to them and then you can't control the awful stuff.
That's as I say to my parents all the time. I didn't sign up for this. You signed me up.
You absolutely didn't.
So you pay off my credit card.
On behalf of your parents, I apologise.
Thank you.
I dropped them off and then I had to do a bit of breathing out through the mouth.
Good.
I had a little shoot I had to do and I went to the hairdresser just for a quick express, 10, 15 minutes. I don't know how to do anything with my hair. They run tongs over it. It's fantastic. And I was talking to the hairdressers who are just unpaid counsellors, and both of the hairdressers there have kids about the same age as mine, and we were just like, what is going on? It's so traumatic every year. Anyway, a woman walked in while we were talking and she sat down. She was waiting for her turn. And eventually there was a lull in the conversation where me and the other 2 hairdressers were just staring at each other going, what have we done? And she said, can I interrupt? And I said, sure. Oh, my God, please. I love people who interrupt.
Yeah, actual.
Yeah. And she said, I've got 6 kids. I've got 6 kids and the youngest is 20. And let me tell you, they get through it. that get through it. It feels like you are the worst person in the world and they will never recover from life and living in a world that is uncomfortable, but they get through it. And that was exactly the words I needed to hear. And maybe they're exactly the words that you need to hear as well. They will get through it.
Absolutely.
But will I?
I've got to say, my worry isn't there. My concern is for you, Swanee.
The Chrissie Swan Show.
Embrace a healthier you with a free self-service Shane Warne Legacy Heart Test at Priceline Pharmacy today. With results in just 4 minutes, tracking your health is easy.
Find out more at priceline.com.au.
The Chrissie Swan Show.
It's Powerball tonight, Jack.
Okay, so what's going on? I feel like I've had my head in the sand, but I was on like a run last night and I walked past a newsagent's and there was just word art covering the window saying, tomorrow night's the night, tomorrow night's the night. I'm like, what's happening?
You got to be in it to win it.
Well, I'm not at the moment, so what do I need to do?
Well, I've been told by my father last week,
Yeah.
love, get into Powerball, get into it. So I bought myself a ticket from the Tweedhead's Tats place.
Fantastic.
And I won $16 in last week's draw. So now I'm in. I'm hooked.
I mean, you're up. You're in the green.
But nobody won the big prize. So everyone's talking. It's jackpotted to 200 million, Jack.
Wow.
You would be crazy not to get into it.
Okay, I will. I'll run downstairs.
And off air, I'll tell you about syndicates and whatever. Okay? Because I'm all over it now. I haven't got my ticket yet because I haven't had a chance, but I will get a ticket. And of course, the one thing that you start to do when you've got that set of numbers, that thin piece of paper that you guard with your life, you start to think, what would I do? What's the first thing I would do?
This question stresses me out. I never know actually what I would do.
Well, I've been thinking about it a lot because $200 million is a lot of money. I mean, it's absurd.
You're sorted for life.
And I'd started to think, what would I do with it? It's a thought I love to do. But you know what? I wouldn't stop working. Most people say, I'd quit my job. And I would not quit my job.
No.
Not for $1 billion.
With our addictive personalities, it wouldn't end well.
No. And I just love it here so much. I would work for free. Don't tell my boss. So I wouldn't quit my job. That wouldn't change. I also really like my house.
Yeah.
You know, I've got it exactly the way I like it. I'm very comfortable there. I wouldn't change that.
Really?
Yeah, I wouldn't. I know people are surprised. I just wouldn't. I like where it is. I like how it is. It's the right size. I know where everything is. I wouldn't change my house.
Would you buy like a permanent holiday house somewhere or maybe for you a villa in Bali? Like somewhere to have an alternative?
No, I wouldn't because that just adds more hassle to my life.
The admin's not
maintaining
worth it.
something else. I thought the first thing I would do is this. I'm going to ask you, Jack, and I'm also going to ask you, 13, 24, 10, what is the weird thing that you would lock in first if you walk home with the winning numbers to tonight's Powerball? And I would quit my job, I would go overseas.
No.
That's all de rigueur, but what is the one thing that would really improve your life that you would do if you had no money worries? Mine is this. Every Tuesday afternoon at about 12 noon, when I pull out of my garage to come into work, I would like to tag team with somebody who comes in and changes all the bed linen in my house and does that every single Tuesday at 12 noon. That's what I would do. That's the first thing I would do.
I love that, but I feel like with $200 million, you could have like a full-time live-in cleaner or nanny.
Yeah, but I don't want anybody living there. Gross. Okay. I don't want anyone in my compound.
Okay.
But if I could never worry about fighting with a fitted sheet again, I would give that person $200 million.
And that's an elite setup because you're tag teaming with them. You will never see them.
I will never see them. Just magically, I have fresh bed linen. And you know what? I might even splurge on like a new set of sheets every month.
I feel like you could go a new set every time.
Yes, you can, but you don't have to.
Okay. You're very good and level with this stuff. I'm not.
That's what I would do.
The Chrissie Swan Show. The Chrissie Swan Show.
I would remain here 100%, even if my numbers come up tonight in the $200 million Powerball draw.
It's going to be epic. I hope we find out who the winner is, like within 24 hours and celebrate them.
No, I think you've got to. I think you've got to keep yourself anonymous if you win that.
For the 200 million, you probably would, hey.
I would tell you.
Obviously. Even if you were like sworn to secrecy and signed an NDA, we'd tell each other.
Of course we would. We're terrible. I've confessed that the one thing I would do is have somebody come to my house every single week and change every bed in it. Every single week. And then when we were talking the song, I said, actually, if I won $200 million, I'd probably do it every 3 days.
Yeah, good.
Every 3 days. That would be heaven to me because I hate that job. It's hours and hours of agony and revoltingness.
And as you were saying in the song too, because you are the queen of laundry, you do it properly. So you do all the whites together on a hot wash and then you go through the different colours.
Exactly.
So that's like a full day job.
I know. When it's bed changing day, I just want to run away forever. Jack, what would you do?
See, I don't know what exactly I would spend it on, but what I would do... I know what I would do is, because I love a party, life's a party, right?
Yes.
I would pay to book out icebergs at Bondi, invite 100 of my favourite people. They would just think they're there for like some birthday or party.
Oh my God.
And then the goodie bag when you arrive, it's $1 million. So I'd give my favourite 100 people $1 million each.
I've got goosebumps.
And then we just have a mad party.
That would be so
Imagine if you were the
incredible.
101st person and you didn't get the invite, you'd be flat.
I know, and you would cancel everything to be there. Jessie, what would you spend your $200 million on?
I would invest in car parks in the Melbourne CBD.
Jessie!
Smart lady.
No!
Yes.
How does that make your life easier?
Because there's no maintenance and they just make you money.
That's not a bad idea. I like it, Jessie. I like it. Look, I can't give you $200 million, but I can send you to the movies. How about that? You're off to see
Amazing.
Argyle.
I'd
Do we
love
still have those or am I giving them away?
No, I sure do. We sure do, Swanee. A double pass and it's in cinemas Feb 1.
Steph, what would you do with $200 million?
So my hangover cure is a frozen Coke. And so every time I'm hungover, I need to get myself out of bed and try and find one. I would hire someone to bring me a frozen Coke every time I'm hungover.
Steph, I don't want to burst your bubble, but have you heard of Menulog, DoorDash, Uber Eats?
They don't do frozen Coke.
Oh, you want frozen.
And even the Macca's app, you need to, sometimes they're not on the frozen Coke machines cleaning, so you need to search for a frozen Coke. Believe me, it's difficult.
Steph,
somebody else can do it for me.
I appreciate how much thought you've put into this,
same.
and now I completely understand it. You're off to the movies too. Go and enjoy Argyle on us. Sally, what would you do with $200 million?
I would definitely have a full-time hairdresser. I
Okay.
have extensions one week, short hair another week, dark hair one week. I'd literally change my identity weekly.
Okay, so
I'd
what
love
sort of hours would a hairdresser do for you? Is she there every day? He, she?
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, well, 200 million. Seriously, they just live there. I know that you don't want someone living in your house, but I could do with a hairdresser living in. Maybe I could change it. Extensions. While I was just
That is so great. I'm sure Barbara Streisand or people like that have that sort of
Totally. Like Kim's got Chris Appleton there at standby at any point she wants.
100%.
We're going to send you to see the Argyle in cinemas Feb 1. Sally, let's finish with Kiana.
Kiana,
Yes,
what would you spend it on?
Or Taylor Swift tickets would be my first one, and then probably I would buy a house.
Well, look, I'm very sad to tell you that even $200 million is not going to get you a ticket to see the Queen.
The Chrissie Swan Show.
Thrilled to have you, because who else would I share what I've been clicking on with?
Chrissie's clickbait.
Margot Robbie has addressed the scandal, the La Scandale, surrounding the Oscars snub for her film Barbie. She was not nominated for Best Actress. And Greta Gerwig was not nominated for Best Director. They've got a whole lot of other nominations, but generally, I figure if you're going to generally in the Oscars, if you're nominated for Best Picture, you automatically get nominated for Best Director.
Yeah, they go hand in hand.
And regardless of what you think of Margot Robbie's performance, it was the standout film of last year. It's extraordinary, critically acclaimed, very popular. I feel like it should have been nominated.
I agree with you. And it's the way I think about it, Swanee, is, okay, so obviously it was an incredible film and sort of she was the main character. Had you put someone else in Margot's character, would it have been as good? I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
Therefore, Margot deserves it. And the fact that Ryan Gosling got Best Supporting Actor, he was nominated for that.
I know. The irony.
I know. Yeah, well, it's fitting, isn't it?
The absolute irony. Of course, America Ferrara has been nominated for her extraordinary performance, and she really did deliver the moment of the film. So it's not all bad news. Margot Robbie, of course, no bad blood at all. Have a listen.
Obviously, I think Greta should be nominated as a director because what she did is a once-in-a-career, once-in-a-lifetime thing, what she pulled off. It really is. But it's been an incredible year, and like for all the films, and there's no way to feel sad.
And there really isn't any reason to feel sad.
No.
It was extraordinarily successful.
Hey, I hope this song got nominated for Best Song or whatever they call it.
Don't think it did.
I think the song did. Oh, it didn't? Tom's telling me.
No, it didn't.
That's not okay.
But I think Ryan Gosling's song did.
No,
with Mark
I'm just
Ronson.
looking now. Billy's did. Oh, I'm Just Ken. No, you're correct. I'm Just Ken did, and this did.
Yes, and that's got to win.
This has to win. Billie Eilish must win.
Every time I hear this, I just want to weep.
Just want to cry?
Even you with your cold, dead heart, does it affect you at all?
Like, I try to make it, but it doesn't.
Just try now. Try to feel something.
Like, if I'm driving along looking out the window.
Yeah. Or I know that you like to listen to something when you take off on a plane.
No, you need to be upbeat when we go on the plane.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's why we have Jay-Z and Beyonce.
Did you feel something then?
No.
Okay, cool. Let's move on to this amazing moment. A toddler has been rescued after becoming trapped in a claw machine. It is the funniest thing. You know the claw machines, those big glass booths full of toys that no one can ever get.
I was going to say, I get it. They're designed to disappoint kids because I never ever won anything.
Exactly. So this 3-year-old has taken it into his own hands and climbed inside and grabbed himself a Hello Kitty. But the problem is, you can get in, but you can't get out.
Yeah, right.
So people had to rescue him, which is a good thing because anybody knows that claw will not collect a single thing in that machine, including a toddler. If that child had not been rescued, it would have been there forever and ever. Amen.
Right?
Those claw machines should be outlawed.
How do you say that suburb? It's a suburb of Brisbane.
Capalaba.
Capalaba. That is the most Queensland name I've ever heard.
Capalaba.
Capalaba.
I caught up with a couple of cousins on last week who just moved into Capalaba.
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 This is the Chrissie Swan Show.
You're listening to the Chrissie Swan Show on Nova. Every email sent from the receptionist here about an errant employee is about me.
I think Vicky's just passive-aggressive.
Oh, my God. It's like, I'm not going to name names because she doesn't know who it is, but somebody leaves the milk out. It's me. Somebody leaves a roll in the oven nearly burning down the building. It's me.
And now
We've just
today,
received another email. What is it?
Anyone lose these delightful specs? I have them with me. Moi. And then she has attached 3 photos of the specs. And I just opened that email and said, Swan, are they your specs from Specsavers? Because I think they are.
They are. And have you noticed that? What did I text you on the way? And I said, have I got any glasses there? I don't have any on me. I'm an idiot. Well, thank you, Vicky, for glasses shaming me. They are mine. I will get them.
Do you know how I can tell they're yours?
How?
Because they're really dirty. The lens.
Listen, I can't do everything, Jack. I'm hanging on by a thread.
I know.
Hanging on by a thread.
Did you notice I cleaned yours before when I gave them to you?
Nah.
Oh. Well, see, so you don't even realise they're dirty.
I can barely know what day it is, Jack.
The Chrissie Swan Show. The Chrissie Swan Show.
Let's give away a bum bag.
Chrissie's Quizzie.
Hi there, Bronwyn. How do I find you on this fine Thursday?
Oh, pretty good. I've got a little girl here who's very excited to be on the phone with me to you.
Oh, bless. What's her name?
Abby.
Abby. Hello, Abby.
Hi.
How are you, Abby?
Good.
Are you back at school?
Yes.
And how is it? Are you traumatized?
Are you traumatized?
Yes, a little bit.
Yeah. Look, I want to tell you and anybody listening who's freaking out about going back to school. I remember a lot of stuff. I do not remember my first day of school. So when you are grown up and living your own big, amazing, wonderful, shiny life, Abby, No matter how bad it feels now, you will not remember it, okay?
Okay.
All right, let's get you a bum bag. Justin, are you going to steal this bum bag from Abby?
Well, it depends what's in it, Chrissie.
Yeah, all right. That is a good question. there might be a $200 million Powerball ticket in it for you, Justin.
Well, that'll make my day, I reckon.
So I can't pick favourites here, but I really hope you both win. Question number 1. Your names are your buzzers. Big loud voices, please. Question number 1. The Alan Border Medal was awarded to Mitch Marsh.
Justin.
Yes, Justin.
No, I think I've jumped the gun here.
You have, I think.
I was going to say Mitch Marsh is the answer, but that was in the question.
Have a crack, though. Oh, okay. God, Jack's got it in for you, Justin. He's really quick on the buzzer.
I don't, Justin, but I just know that's not the answer. I've got to finish the question.
So what's the rule? Do I get to finish the question?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then Bronwyn or Abby, was it? Get a shot.
Which sport? Who is playing? Is it Bronwyn or Abby?
Well, it's me on behalf of Abby.
Okay,
Great.
that's fair. Which sport does this belong to, Bronwyn?
Cricket.
Correct.
Sorry, Justin.
Hang on,
That's all good.
is this Bronwyn that I went to school with?
Yes, it is.
Oh my God! Hi.
What?
Hello.
Oh God, how are you? How have you been? Do you go to the reunions?
I did go to this last reunion, and Abby's actually at SAC, so she started middle of last year. So
Oh my God.
Hey, Bronwyn, can I ask, does everyone think, because now Chrissie's famous and stuff, that she's a snob and too cool for all of you?
no, not at all.
No, that's
not at all.
right.
I wanted some sauce.
Abby actually absolutely idolises you. So
Oh, Bronwyn.
hence why we're ringing.
Set her straight, would you?
Is SAC where you flooded the bathrooms?
Girl, yeah, I flooded the bathrooms at Sacré-Cœur. It's a great shame. Did you know that was me, Bronwyn?
No, I didn't. Is that the downstairs one?
Yes.
All right, question number 2.
Okay, let's go. Hanoi is the capital city of which country?
Bronwyn.
Yes, Bronwyn.
Vietnam.
Correct.
2 points to Bronwyn. Justin, you're not yet on the board.
Well, that means that this is a win for
Yeah.
Bronwyn if she gets this. The song Started From the Bottom was released 11 years ago today. Can you name the rapper it belongs to? I don't blame you.
Justin?
Are you guessing Justin?
No, I've got nothing.
No, I've got nothing either. It's Drake.
How did you not know that? Iconic.
Question number 4. Griselda is currently the number 1 show on Netflix. Can you name the lead actress who plays Griselda? She's also from Modern Family. She's almost unrecognisable in it. It's on my list of stuff to watch.
I watched the first ep. It is phenomenal.
It's like is she like a drug
Yeah,
lord?
yeah.
Oh my,
Pablo Escobar was scared of her.
oh my God, amazing. Justin?
Sophia Vergara.
Correct. You are on the board, and we gave you enough time to Google that. Question number 5. What are the 3 primary colours?
Bronwyn.
For the win, Bronwyn.
Yellow, blue, and red.
Bronwyn, it gives me great joy to give you and Abby a bum bag. Only one, though. They're very tight here at Nova.
Yeah, no, it's for Abby, for sure.
And inside it, I'm going to put a little Corunum badge. What house were you in, Bronwyn?
Barra.
Okay.
All right, let's take this reunion off air.
Little green Barra badge for your daughter.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
I have been looking forward to the return of this segment for weeks.
Swan's sweeping statements.
The sweeping statements, the things, the secrets, the opinions that you have that you know nobody agrees with. Or very few people.
It's unpopular. That's the point of it.
I've got one.
Shoot. The first for 2024. I'm excited.
You know, I'm not a judgmental person.
Yeah.
But there are a few things that people do that I go, oh, you are not my person. And there is no way that you can come back from that. One of them is, if you are the sort of person that sees an open for inspection sign and goes in and has a look when you have no intention of purchasing a house, then you are not my person. I disagree with you and your morals 100%. It's an indicator.
turn my mic off and chuck the headphones down now because I don't have an issue with it and I love doing it.
That is disgusting.
Why?
It is such an
Your house is already open, mate. Who cares who sees it?
Who is it open for?
People that want to buy it.
Not for you.
For all you know, I do.
Mate, have you looked at your credit card statement? Good luck getting a loan for like $4.
I know that I'm not going to buy it though.
It's not for you.
I want to take inspiration from other people's homes. I want to see who's living around me and what they live like.
Buy a magazine where people have publicly shown that.
No, I want to see an IRL.
No. Those homes have been prepared for people that want to buy it. Not for you with your gross, nosy Parker curiosity. No. Zero tolerance.
Do you even do if you were to sell a house, would you do an open for home?
I didn't want to, but you have to.
Yeah.
And I would sit in my car and watch people with daggers going, you're just there to have a look at my house.
Yep.
You don't need... That's disgusting. That is disgusting. I would like, seriously, if I ever sell another house, and I'm hoping I never have to.
Yeah.
But the way things are, maybe I will. I would like, before anybody inspects it, I would like to have a look at their financials.
Nosy Parker curiosity.
No, I would like a note from the bank saying I have pre-approval for a loan and I am actually looking for a house, and then you can look in my house.
That's right. I'll just doctor it up. Just get a chat GPT to create a document that makes it look like I
You
am.
are so petulant. What's your 132410, by the way, what's your unpopular opinion?
Mine, after this summer and the last couple of months, run clubs suck. I'm so sick on Instagram of seeing people trying to solicit to get people to join their run club. It's an ick and it looks like a cult and no one cares that you're all running together. It's lame. Go run by yourself like the rest of us.
What is a run club?
So it's 6 a.m. We're all going to meet at Port Melbourne and run down Beach Road. And there's 100 of them doing it, and then they all get a coffee after and flood a cafe and ruin it for everyone else.
Oh my God, I could think of nothing worse.
The Chrissie Swan Show.
What is the most unpopular opinion that you have?
Swan's sweeping statements.
I'm so angry with you, Jack.
Why? Because I like to go through open for inspections because that's what they're for, to inspect the home.
They are not for you. They are open for inspection for people that are looking to buy it. It's very specific.
But you will never be able to police that. People will forever.
I'm not saying that it needs to be policed. I'm saying, what business do you have walking through somebody's house?
You're saying that they're not your people, so I'm not your person.
I really want you to tell me one reason why you should be in a stranger's home. Why?
Because it says
What
open
for?
for inspection out the front.
In lemon juice that appears when you put it on a toaster, it is implied that is open for inspection for people who are looking for a house.
I know, but if I want to have a look, I can, because it's open for inspection.
Yes, but that's unethical. You've got to admit it to me.
I'm not going to.
Or it's over. Why?
Is it over now? You're going to explode.
I'm so sad.
I don't know how to help you.
Admit it.
I'll lie. I'm going to be lying.
No, okay, what about this? Say that it is very wrong that you do it, but you like to do it.
It is very wrong that I do it, but I like to do it, but I don't think it's very wrong. I'm just saying.
Why don't you think it's wrong?
Because it's open for inspection.
They're not for you. They're open. Jack.
Julie, kick us off. Our first caller for sweeping statements for 2024.
Wow. The more filler you have, the less attractive you are.
Julie, based on what?
Oh, I just think all these young, not necessarily young women that are just, ruining their beautiful natural looks and trying to be something because of social media are losing the chance to be themselves, and they want to attract husbands. How the hell are they going to ever afford all that when they want to get married to have kids? That's all.
That's all. Look, I don't... There's a lot going on there, Julie.
Priceline Pharmacy voucher for you,
Priceline
Julie.
Pharmacy voucher for you. Because also the rules of this game is that we can't argue with you, but I can argue with Jack.
Oh, so that's a little...
No, because this is a really big deal.
All
like
right.
if you and I were boyfriend and girlfriend, I would break up with you right now.
Well, good thing we're not.
This would be very, very serious.
Brennan.
Good afternoon. I just want to weigh in, Chrissie. I think open for inspections for everyone. If I'm paying $500 a week for my place and that one's better down the road for $450, I want to see if I'm getting ripped off.
Yeah, it's good comparison, isn't it, Brennan?
It is. But anyway, I'm 6'5", and I think front exit row seats on planes should have a height restriction.
I
Just
agree.
to carry on, have luggage. If I get on a plane and I can't get a front exit row and I see someone that I can throw in the overhead compartment that can fit there comfortably, they shouldn't get that seat. That should be mine.
Brennan, I agree that you should get first dibs, and also there shouldn't be an extra charge for that.
$25 to sit in the front when, it's
Daylight robbery it is.
I agree.
It is indeed.
And also, I think that bigger people should get that as well without the extra charge or the shame of it. Do you just get that? There should be a ticking box that says, I have a big bottom or I have very long legs. Please accommodate me. And I agree with you, Brendan. I think that is absolute. That should happen.
Priceline
voucher.
In a country like Denmark, I bet you it probably does.
Priceline voucher for you,
I
Brendan.
think it's got to be in Brazil with the Spanish booties. You've got to have that big, extra big seat for the butt.
Correct.
Donk-a-donk.
Natalie, what is your sweeping statement?
I believe that people that walk their dogs in the heat should be fined.
How would we do that? Would you volunteer to chase people with their hot dogs?
What? Yes, I would. It grinds me daily.
I feel like, though, most dogs should really learn how to be like my dog, who absolutely refuses to leave the house if he's not in the mood.
Oh, Murphy's not big on a
You know
walk.
what? I see so many people practically dragging their heat-stroked dog just to get out in the sunshine.
The next time you see that, just yell from your car, take your dog back inside. It'll make you feel so much better.
Priceline pharmacy voucher for you, Natalie. Let's finish with John.
Hello, John.
Hey, Chrissie, how are you?
I'm good. You agree with me, don't you?
I 100% agree with you, Chrissie. This place I'm living in right now is on the market, and I have seen that many people come through here that physically can't afford it, but they do it feels like they're shopping, maybe I can pitch this, or maybe I can take that when he's asleep or he's at work.
John, I agree. Next time you see one, say, get out of my house.
The Chrissie Swan Show.
I'm about to play you a little reminder of the most cringeworthy audio that's ever existed.
Chrissie's clickbait.
I mean, look, any reason to go back to what is the most cringeworthy interview I've ever heard. And what better reason to replay this than in honour of Martin Short. Very famous actor from Father of the Bride, etc. He's like, Frank, oh, Mr. Bongs. But also probably more recently famous for Only Murders in the Building with Selena Gomez.
I need to watch that.
I've watched a bit. I just couldn't get into it. I'm going to keep trying because I do love Steve Martin.
Yeah.
Well, rumours are flying that Martin Short has found love with the newly single Meryl Streep.
I'm here for that hot new couple.
Me too.
That's a vibe.
We stan. We stan this ship.
What would their couple name be? Meryl and Martin.
Oh, good thing. Okay, I would say Mareep. Mareep.
Done, lock it in.
Oh, it sounds like a delicious dish you get from the takeaway. But I'm thrilled for them. I mean, I'm not interested myself in any sort of action like that, but good on them. Speaking of Martin Short, about 10 years ago, he had an interview with Kathy Lee Gifford on an American equivalent of the Today Show. And this is what happened. Now, I'm going to play it for you, but keep in mind, when you're listening, his wife, sadly, had passed away 2 years earlier from ovarian cancer. And have a listen to this interview.
And he and Nancy have got one of the greatest marriages of anybody in show business. How many years now for you guys?
We married 36 years. Yeah.
But you're still in love.
Madly in love.
Wow. Why?
Cute. I'm cute.
Yes, that is true. And you make each other laugh.
Yes.
Right? Yeah.
And you make each other laugh. I mean, good on Martin Short for going along with it.
He handled it so well.
At the time, he said, he was asked, well, why didn't you say anything? He said, because she's still alive in my mind and my therapist has told me to keep on talking to her and keeping it real. So I mean, you would want the ground to open up and swallow you whole.
I'm also happy for that presenter that he handled it like that, because nothing would have come of him embarrassing her live on TV.
No, what a pro.
Seriously.
Also, it's just come out that Meryl and he are not, what's the term? Bumping uglies. But anyway.
Damn it.
Never let the truth get in the way of a good story. Now, I want to talk to you about an alarming article I found about toothbrushes. And I feel like you and I have very different ideas of what is okay and what isn't. A doctor has warned that there could be mould growing on your toothbrush without you knowing. I want to know, Jack, how often do you replace your toothbrush?
Well,
and do you even know? The toothbrush is one of these things that I don't even think about.
I have an electric toothbrush, and I feel like I'm going to say this and feel like I should be doing it more often, but I'm going to say every couple of months I replace the head.
I don't even remember the last time I replaced my toothbrush.
Are we talking like over a year, do you think, that you would not remember?
I mean, it could be 10 years.
Chrissie, stop.
I just don't remember.
No, surely.
I know that I've bought them. I've thrown them in the trolley, but I don't remember.
The head would be like, is the head really grim? Is it like...
I'm a manual brusher. I'm a manual...
I know.
It's not all over the place. It's not Shaggy DA. I'm going to go home and I'm going to replace them all tonight.
Please do. So is there...
Have my teeth?
Your teeth are good. You've got great choppers.
You're supposed to do them every month.
Okay.
So maybe I'm living proof that this is just a marketing scam and you can actually use the same toothbrush for 10 years as well as having stinky ears.
Don't! We're not starting that chat again.
Chrissy's got to go on Nova. We'll see you tomorrow.
Bye!
Now check this out.
The Chrissie Swan Show is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcast.com.au.